Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to my today's special guest is the only trainer coach to have a student attain 1 out of 10 super sellers status from approximately 1 million sellers. He is a master trainer for a new Fiverr.com entrepreneurs, founded multiple successful companies during the depressed economic times. He is presently a business and trainer coach from 15 countries and 4 continents globally. I am proud to claim my guest is the oracle to social entrepreneurship. You will know in a moment. I want you to know he speaks fast, so you better listen fast and take a lot of notes. Jason Gilbert. Jason, you are on the big screen. Say hello to my friends from Pakistan.
Hello, everybody in Pakistan. Master Trainer Jason Gilbert here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course. Siddique, thank you so much for that warm introduction and for inviting me to be on this Google Hangout with you. Before I talk a little bit more about myself and you know, the opportunity that we'll be discussing with our listeners and viewers today, I want them to know a little bit more about you because, you know, you're an amazing person, and ever since I've known you, every time we speak, you always really wow me and impress me, and both with your knowledge, but also your connections and how you bring people together, and you're someone who's very successful, and I'm sure there's people maybe wondering, as someone who normally works with CEOs and business owners that pay you a lot of money to help them grow their businesses even more, why are you contributing your valuable time and effort to be talking to people in Pakistan who probably, most of them, do not even have a business?
Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate and thank you so much for your friendship, and it's a great question, by the way. That goes back to 1982 when I was in grade 8. Most of my relatives, and even including my family members, my parents never went to school. I am from a small village, Chak number 106 P Rahim Yar Khan. That's a small city in a province of Punjab, and people from Pakistan can relate to that one. So there are around 300 families live in that village. There's an elementary school over there, and then when it happens to be like a middle school, I had to go to a city to actually attend that school, and whole my family and relatives, they were against, oh, you should not be going to the like a city to attend the bigger school. You may be lost everywhere, and then especially the parents don't really trust that much. Long story short, I got the permission to attend this school, and they say if you fail in one class in any subject or lower grades, you will be back. There's no second chance for me. So I had push for me to actually continue the school. Since then, I have been tutoring and teaching others. That's how I was earning a part-time income and making. And then I did a fast-forward basis. I tutored other students. I was a kind of smart kid in a class, if you want to like a 2-second brag about myself, and tutoring other kids, and I did a master's in computer science in 1992 from Qadir University, Islamabad, Pakistan. That's the capital city of Pakistan. So, and in 96, and since then I've faced all the roadblocks you can ever imagine. I'm not being a victim here, however, I kind of faced them, challenged myself, and cleared up all the roadblocks which I faced since alone, especially when I had no option to go back. If I go back, if I fail sometime, I couldn't retake it. And plus, my fear was I will be not able to continue my education. That pushed me to actually complete my education, master's in computer science. And of course, got a job in 96. I went to, on May 27, 96, I took a PIA, Pakistan International Airline flight to Toronto, migrated to Canada. And since then, after 20 years later, you know me, and I help many, many experts to actually get business what they want, to get to the next level. And I'm so blessed, humbled to be in this position, to helping successful people to make even more success. In fact, my slogan is, I'm happy people happier. Your initial question was, why even I'm doing this one? That's a great question. since from my grade 8, since I got a job in after a master degree, I faced so many people in my life who helped me, and many actually created many roadblocks for me. So I'm not alone. I can imagine millions of people in Pakistan maybe in my position, or they are facing the challenges on their own from their relatives, from their families, or even though their family are supporting them, but they probably have other type of challenges. After 20 years, there are different type of challenges they are probably facing. I want to help them back. That's the least I could do. I'm from Pakistan. I'm proud to be Pakistani. So I want to help them back to actually achieve. So there are at least 1 million people. That's my goal, to help 1 million people to get entrepreneurship. That means they can make money while they are studying. They can earn money on a side job while they are actually keeping a full-time job where they may be underemployed. So we have the education. There, I recently came from Pakistan. There's like after 7 years, I went there, met so many of them in person, listened to their stories. I'm a very good listener, by the way. So then I decided, let's just go for it. I have been thinking for this over the years. This is the time to actually execute that one. And if you don't know, by the way, if you're listening this, Jason is on board. I requested him, begged him. He said yes. So join me to say thank you, Jason, coming on board.
Of course, it's my honor, and it's very exciting that you've become so successful. Hard work, working hard, but working smart, and getting so many people in business who like you and trust you enough to hire you and pay you a very premium fees for the service that you provide. And it's interesting now that you're taking instead of just helping yourself, now you're in a position to help many, many people in Pakistan to help give them a better life. So, Jim Rohn, the very famous business success mentor, has a quote that the bigger the why, the easier the how. And so you just told us about your smaller why. What is your bigger why in life?
Jason, by the way, you read my favorite quote. I live by that quote. Because, in fact, if you watch any one of the interviews, I interview other guests all the time. I always use that quote. I live by that one, by the way. It's a great quote. So my bigger why is you become a successful, you get married, and now you have a home, and now you have a car, and what else now? Now you travel for the vacations all over the world. And guess what? What's next? We're all going to die someday, and I believe it too. We can die any moment.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to take back with me? Almost nothing. I have seen almost everybody going empty-handed. So the biggest part in the whole success, every successful person I studied myself, is they always give back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably late starting out. I have been doing a little on the side, but now I'm kind of jumping ahead with a bigger why, because I really wanted to build it back, give it back, so we all collectively can work together to solve social problems in the country. Unemployment is the biggest problem always in majority of the places, especially in Pakistan. It's a big number.
Yes, and that's great. Giving back is so important. I have a quote. It's really a formula that I created. Tenacity plus generosity equals prosperity. You work hard and you never quit, but you have to have a giving spirit as well. If it's always take, you can't have the prosperity. Maybe for a short period of time, never for the long term. So I think that's why we get along so well, is we both want to help other people and give back. But Siddique, most people try to do everything themselves when they have a why, and then they create the why, but then when it comes to the how, they want to do everything themselves. What is your how, and what is your process that you follow?
I love this question. In fact, it's a great question, Jason. I am completely the opposite of everybody else in that way. In fact, with the most cases, I am the completely opposite. In fact, I say to my clients, even if I have to do myself, I'm going to say no to you. I always try to find someone to do it for me. I am the laziest person on the planet if you look at it that way, because I don't want to do anything myself. I just want to use something here, how to put things together then bring the right people together. Like I want to learn something, I will go to the best person in the world to learn directly from them. You know, just some of my clients, they are the best at what they do, and I learn directly from them. I'm blessed to be in their friendship circle. And so in my quote is, without you, there's no us. We always want to work together. So without you, there's no us. So even in this one, as I work with other successful people, I use a word called joint ventures. That means I venture, pull successful people together, create a success team, and make things happen. That's my skill, by the way. I'm using the same skill on this project too. So we needed the people who want to learn. That's the one thing we need. Then we need sponsors or donors or investors to invest into this project. So I'm using all those, my friendship circles, the people who trust me, and they are willing to do everything what they could do in their position. And I'm so blessed to be in that position. They trust me, but I don't take that trust lightly. So if someone is trusting you, you don't have to take that lightly. Just consider this is your own money. If something goes wrong, I accept I take the responsibility right to start with. So I don't pass on the blame to somebody. So I'm building those success teams from the investor point of view, from the local government, from government support from Pakistan, and their Congress and senators. In my visit, I kind of discussed with most of them, and they are all on board to actually help us to make this happen. What we really want is we don't want a trouble from them. Basically, we want their support. Even though financial support is okay, if there's no financial support, but I don't want to have people blocking us making it happen. That's the biggest problem. If you want to do it alone, that you will be facing every problem yourself. Life is too short. We get tired, by the way. Then we never really finish anything. Why not bring all the people together, all the big players on the same team, and make something happen?
That's right. There's a quote, another quote that I really like is that I saw in my travels around the world, that if you want to go quickly, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go with other people, right? Surround yourself, and like you do nothing yourself. You always leverage other people's talents and time. So Siddique, some time ago, you created this goal, as you mentioned earlier, of having or creating 1 million entrepreneurs in Pakistan. Now that's very exciting, but also a big idea. Now, how exactly do you plan to accomplish that?
A great question. In fact, everybody want to know, is that he is really going to finish this thing out like any other idea? Friends, let me tell you one thing. I am a finisher. I'm not a starter. So you like to fly on a plane with a pilot who love to fly, or a pilot who love to land? I want to go on a flight where the pilot loves to land. If they don't land, guess what? There's no second flight. So that means they finish the flight successfully. So I'm a finisher, first of all. To be a finisher, you need to have a proper execution plan and make sure you cross every dot on this whole plan. So in this case, we are starting. I already got the approval from a government to get their yes. So they are going to support us. Government of Pakistan is going to support us. And I'm blessed to be friends with many successful people around the world, especially from United States. And we do so many projects together, and I shared with them they are going to support us as a donation, so that way they can support you to get a training. So it doesn't cost you to get a training. Someone else is paying for your training. And the special thanks to Jason Gilbert, who is helping us to actually deliver the training to us, because Jason is the person I admire, how he actually coached people in 15 countries from 4 continents. That's not a joke, friends. If you really want to learn from someone who has done that, or just teaching in a school, Jason is the person who actually made an impact in many businesses' life. I know many of his clients who actually made from somewhere to made it on the top. So that's why I'm a team. So to make this happen, so that's how I'm going to do. And we are still a few holes together, but we are filling that as fast as almost like a speed of light. Again, I'm very known to have done projects. I've done over 1,300 projects in the last 20 years. and I know what not to do. Because if you do something 1,300 times, you probably know a thing or two about what not to do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, when I'm stuck somewhere, I ask for help from people successful like Jason and many others in this one. And when we are stuck, I'm a joint venture guy. I know how to find the right person to pull in together to solve that problem. And Jason, you can testify to this one, and how quickly we are moving on this one. In a couple of weeks, we kind of from ideas to actually implementing already on the works. Is that correct?
Yes, I was so impressed, Siddique. You do move quickly.
Yeah.
You flew all the way from the U.S. to Pakistan. Then you flew back and met with me the very next day. No rest, very little rest. And then I saw all the government officials that you met with, all the very top officials in Pakistan. And so, and the emails and everything. So it's very exciting to see how the government has embraced your vision and your idea, and how quickly they're moving to support it and help you implement it.
Because thank you. It's not my. It's just my idea from here. However, it's about your success for someone else's success. It's not really about my success, personal. You know what? I could die with this one, and I will not be happy because I have not done the giving back part correctly yet. So I want to do it more focused on this one. And when we have a million success stories, and I think that will bring a smile. That's before I leave this world, I want to see that one happening. And Jason, thank you so much for supporting us on this one, by the way.
Thank you. I'm blessed and honored to be invited by you and to be a part of it. Very excited. So the reason everybody is here today is to learn more about the opportunity to be able to become a social entrepreneur, to be able to join and use a website such as Fiverr.com, which is really not a website but a community, and be able to start a business without having to spend any money, just having a little bit of training, and to be able to start earning an income very quickly from customers and clients all over the world that will want your services. You'll be able to offer up to 20 different services on the site, and you'll be able to work as little or as much as you want. You will be your own boss, so you won't have to answer to anybody. You just follow the rules that are on the site, the same rules everybody follows, and you'll be able to create an income, a new stream of income, and a new source of income for yourself and for your family in a very short period of time.
Thank you. Friends, you're probably thinking how I want to get on board and how I should do it. There is an application process, and we have a very limited scholarships available. The scholarships are paid by wealthy people who want to give it back, just like Jason, just like me. I'm not that wealthy. However, my heart is about giving back. I want to help. We want to help together over 1 million entrepreneurs in Pakistan. It's a 1 million. Okay? So you are going to help us to connect with those 1 million, and we are going to work together in this one. This is not anybody's problem. It's our problem. We are going to work together to solve that problem. We are not waiting for a government to solve for us. Government is going to do whatever they can support us. However, whatever they do is good. Thank you so much. And we need to take our problems into our hand and solve it collectively as a collaboratively. And I'm working with many friends like Jason. And of course, Jason is the first one to be on this one, and we will have many more interviews. They are helping on board with their money, plus their skills. And in fact, Jason has come up with this. I'm going to willing to coach 1 million people, train. He has the expertise. I'm blessed to be his friends. Thank you so much for our friendship. Thank you, Jason, for sharing your wisdom with us. To appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique. Wish you good luck, good learning, and I do hope our path across again soon. All good wishes. Allah Hafiz. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you from Siddique and Jason.
Thank you.